Hey everybody, it's Steve here. Welcome back to Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. In the last episode, we defeated the Helmasaur King. We kind of had a moral dilemma in which we died, but got revived by a fairy, so even though the game doesn't count it as a death, I kind of struggle with that still, but anyway, it's in the past, so let's move on. This is going to be the collection video. In fact, this is the largest amount of collecting that I do in between dungeons in the entire game, so there might even be 2 videos worth of collecting, because I don't know if we're going to get to it all. Damn, those guys do a lot of damage. I don't recall them doing... Holy crap, no, ow. Yeah, my god, that's like half my health gone already from like 2 hits. Yikes. Anyway, now that we have the magic hammer, more of the world, of the Dark World will open up to us because we can pound these stakes down right here and get to a whole other section of the Dark World. First thing we're going to go after is a piece of heart. We're definitely going to be able to get 4 more pieces to get another heart container. Ow. Man, let's just get out of here. Let's warp in between these this circle of stones here. Warp, and you'll get a heart piece. As long as we're here, we're going to stop by the Pond of Happiness, and we're going to finish upgrading our arrows. Did I not finish upgrading my bombs? I thought I did. But why do I only have 30 bombs? I've not used 20 bombs. I should have 50. Or close to it. Oh man, I'm actually gonna have to like watch back now that previous video to see if I finished upgrading those bombs, because don't I usually make 3 trips here? I don't know. Anyway, I'll figure it out. But this is our time to talk, because I'm just gonna be throwing in rupees and upgrading my arrows all the way up to 70. I didn't think I was gonna have anything to talk about until today. We got like a foot of snow overnight. I've got the day off from work, so I didn't have to deal with it, but something came up where I had to, so I had to go shovel myself out. You know how a plow comes through and it pushes all the snow, like, it blocks you in, basically. So it means that I've got to shovel out a parking spot. I'm fine with doing that once. I feel that if everyone here shoveled out a spot for themselves, I'm fine with that. But what happens is I shovel out my spot, I leave, I do what I gotta do, and I come back home and someone has taken it. Someone has taken the spot that I shoveled out, rather than shovel out their own. And I think that's the most selfish, bullshit thing to do, knowing that someone busted their ass to shovel that spot out and you're just gonna come along and take it, because you're so special, you've got some kind of sick sense of entitlement. It kills me that people can be so selfish and so, like I said, that sense of entitlement that people have, and how they will screw over a total stranger to get what they want or to make their lives easier. You know, who cares about the person that shoveled that spot out? I'm just going to take it? No. Like I said, I don't mind shoveling out one spot. And if everyone did that, there'd be no problem. But no. People have got to come up. So what happens every year in the winter when this fucking snow happens is that I end up one by one shoveling out this entire freaking parking lot, basically, or at least in front of, you know, my building. One by one I've got to shovel out every spot because nobody else can be bothered to do it for themselves. It's just so, it's not even that it's frustrating. I mean, it is. I just had to do about twice as much shoveling as I thought I was going to have to do today because of somebody's selfishness. But it just blows my mind. So it's not so much frustrating, it's saddening. You know, and I know I'm a very depressed person and all, but it just makes me feel like I just have no hope for the human race. I have none. Because, maybe I'm reading more into it than I should, but I mean, God, it's shoveling out a parking spot, but I don't know. So that's what happened here, and in the time I bitched about that. We're done upgrading our arrows. I'll double check about the bombs. I thought I finished upgrading those, but I'm not sure. We're gonna get back up on land. What's the next thing we're doing? Oh, one more thing about the whole shoveling off the parking space thing is that, you know, not that I don't speak to my neighbors here at all, but still, you see, you know, whose car belongs to who, and the person who took my spot, I've already got an issue with these people because, how can I put this? I'll just come out and say it. They have extremely loud sex. It's ridiculous. I have to listen to this woman carry on for like an hour. Okay, I mean, she's clearly faking it. You know, give me a break. Like an hour worth of her moaning and screaming and begging for that cock. I've got to listen to that shit. That's the person who took the parking space that I shoveled out. We're going to be getting a shit. I'm going to move on. We're going to get a shit ton of rupees. We're pretty much going to max ourselves out again because there's 3 places that have 300 rupees. Here's one of them. And once again, it's a secret to everybody. It's always a secret to everybody. So yeah. So selfishness and inconsideration, and I just can't fathom it. I don't know how people live with themselves. I don't know how they sleep at night. But I'm going to try and let it go now. I'm home. I have no plans on going anywhere for the rest of the day. Screw snow. You know, I know we've been lucky this year. I know we've been fortunate. We haven't gotten a lot of it until now. But I'm just kind of done with it. If we warp over here, we're going to get the 3rd of the 3 medallions. Oh, that's close. You gotta be careful with the warps, because sometimes it will allow it, but then you can't get back into it to go back. So you gotta really be careful where you warp. Anyway, this is the Bombos medallion. It's the only one of the 3 that's not required to beat the game. There's not many things in this game that are not required, but this is one of them. But it's one of the most useful things in the game, so you're definitely gonna pick it up. It just annihilates enemies like you wouldn't believe. Also, throughout this whole collecting excursion, we're going to be picking up a very powerful item. I don't know if it'll be in this video or in the next one. I'm so stupid. In the in the light world, there's a cave there with more rupees in it. I'm not in the light world. I'm in the dark world. And now I'm going in circles because that just completely flustered me. You know, like I said, I never said I was perfect. We're going to come up here. There should be another heart piece we can get. A lot of this stuff is pretty in close proximity to each other. We're going to head up there next, but real quick, we're going to stop down here in the Circle of Flowers, and we're going to warp, and we're going to get ourselves a heart piece. Oh, so there's no danger there at all because of that big wide open space you can warp into. And thank God for like all these little hearts in here. Hopefully we can build some back up after all that damage I took. And then we're gonna pop back up top here to the I think it's called like the Haunted Grove or the Sacred Grove. I think it's the Haunted Grove. These flowers that kind of look like an arrow. And it's one of the sadder moments in the game to me. I don't know why. I'm such a pussy. It's ridiculous, but if you come up here, you're going to find a character who has been affected by the evil of Ganon. He liked playing the flute, but he's been transformed into this creature. And he wants us to find his flute for him, which looks very suspiciously like the ocarina. It is an ocarina, let's face it. But if we warp back to the light world and we dig with the shovel that he gave us, right there, there's the ocarina, or I mean the flute. The flute. That's right, it's a flute. You kind of get stuck here while he plays his song and kind of fades away. If you go back, now you don't have to talk to him again, but I always do. Again, I just find this really sad, and I don't know why. You know, he can't play the flutes anymore, so he just gives it to us, and he just wants to hear it played one last time. You don't have to do this at all, but I will. And he turns into a little tree. I don't know why I find that so sad, but I do. It's just another character that you come across in the game that has been... You see the effect of what Ganon is doing and how terrible it is and why he must be stopped. But now that we have the flute, what we're going to be able to do with it is something that's going to make traveling in this game much easier from now on. What we're going to do is get back up into Kakariko Village with it. We're going to go to the Weather Vane, and we're going to play the flute there, and you will see what happens when we do. Again, why am I being mysterious? It's everyone knows this game, I believe. It's going to release this kind of like it looks like a duck, really, and we will be able to summon him to kind of warp around the world. There's not many times where you hear the full ocarina song in this game. It's just nice to hear the whole thing as I talk over it, you know. But anyway, there's this duck, and we can now summon him with the ocarina whenever we want, and he will fly us to specified locations around the world. As long as we're here, we're going to pop over here. We're going to be coming back here later, but as long as we're right here, there's a little upgrade we can get if you fall down this well. It's also kind of odd in how it's worded. If we go in here, we're going to throw some magic powder onto this odd-looking statue, and it is going to result in us waking up this bat, who's mad at us for waking him up, and he's going to get his revenge on us, and he electrocutes us, and it seems like it's a really bad thing. But you will now see that up above our magic meter it says 1/2. And he tells us that the way that it's worded is that it's making it sound like we can only use half of our magic now. But that's not the case. It's actually a good thing that just happened. We now use less magic. He basically doubled our magic meter. All the items now that use magic will use only half. So it's a good thing. Don't let his little, you know, I'm going to punish you nonsense fool you. It's actually a good thing. So there's plenty of warp points all around the world. It's never too difficult to kind of make your way to a warp point. I mean, plus you've also got the magic mirror, you can use that to warp, but there's times where you're going to have to find these little portals. And one of them is right down here, which will allow us to get back into Kakariko Village, the Dark World version of Kakariko Village. But you see, again, you've got to have the hammer to access it. In we go, and then we're just going to wrap back around the way we came, only in the Dark World this time. And it's time to start playing some annoying mini-games. I think I've mentioned before... Ooh, fairy. I want the fairy. You know what? I didn't even need it. Didn't even need it. Where was that earlier? You can't ever find a fairy when you need one. There's 2 luck-based mini-games in this game. Let's get the first one out of the way right now. It's right in here. You're going to pay 30 rupees, and he will let you open 2 chests. One of these chests has a piece of heart in it. And an arrow. Oh shit, the piece of heart. Okay, never mind. That was not as bad as I made it out. See, it's totally luck-based. I don't think I've ever gotten it on the first try. I might have. I don't know. Oh no, you go away. This guy right here will steal money and items from you. So make sure you avoid him. That was classic. That was one thing that... Not that I care about, like, wasting too much time, but... Again, when you're dealing with a luck-based minigame, there's a chance that I could have been there, like, for a lot longer. That was awesome. First try. I can only hope that the second game goes the same way, but I doubt it will. Here's another of the 300 rupee locations. right in here. And then the other one is kind of in the upper right corner of the village. Somewhere around in there. I don't specifically remember. Oh man, I just got a chill. It's cold out too, man. Right now I'm just tired of shoveling and I'm cold and just trying to get warmed up again. This is a shop. That is not what I'm looking for. At all. It's got to be the one above it. And then that's probably where we're gonna end this. There's still a lot more collecting that we have to do, but I'm probably gonna save that for a whole nother video altogether. I don't like to go over 15 minutes. I don't like taking up that much of somebody's time. I don't feel like it's right. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Well, let me get rid of these guys first. I don't like stopping with enemies on the screen. So, because this is the way we're gonna be going when we continue. Let's get rid of you, and you, and you. Alright. Everyone, take it easy. Have a good day. Peace. I'll see you next time for more of the Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Bye.